At Gamescom 2025 I had the chance to try Reach, the new game from nDreams that many people expect to revive the VR market in recent years. Actually, this is the second time that game has been shown. A year ago, behind closed doors, we saw an early build that already impressed me with its vertical level design, next-gen graphics and interactive combat. I was curious to see how much it had evolved with the launch so close. The release is set around October 16, 2025. Reach is presented as an ambitious VR action adventure focused on extreme mobility and physical interactions. From the very first movements of the demo you notice the philosophy of total physical presence. Every possible action in the virtual world, like climbing, jumping, sliding, is performed with natural movement, as if you were really inside a game. The demo takes place in environments full of obstacles and platforms, warehouses, corridors, urban courtyards that encourage players to use every ledge and structure, creating a strong sense of immersion. You play as a character equipped with a bow and a shield, facing agility challenges and combat in a very dynamic style. Overall, Reach gives a strong feeling of freedom. If you can imagine it, you can probably do it, without the usual limitations of teleport locomotion. As per the Locomotion, this system is entirely first person and based on physical movement. Running, jumping between levels, sliding and climbing don't need menus or artificial shortcuts. You simply perform them with the controllers. For example, by running with a joystick and jumping waving your arms, you can grab a ledge to climb up. By sliding your hands along pipes or handles, you quickly scale walls. The environments are extremely interactive and every obstacle feels real, requiring agility and creativity to overcome. This demo was set in an urban environment, but the full game will feature other settings too, including a mythological Asgardian style zone with very different humanoid enemies. So what we saw here is only the beginning of the game, the tutorial and the first complete level. In this part, gameplay also introduced ranged combat with a bow and temporary firearms that could be picked up but not carried around permanently. The bow is the main weapon. During the demo, combat alternated between careful aiming at groups of enemies and fast, close encounters that force quick dodges and counterattacks. Enemies move fast, testing your reflexes, and I think you're supposed to use a shield tactically. The combat system feels intuitive and tactical from the start. It's not just point and shoot, but a physical fight that involves your whole body. You to cover multiple angles while mixing ranged attacks with defensive positioning. We tested the PCVR version with a MetaQuest connected by cable. The frame rate was good enough to enjoy the experience, though resolution could have been higher. nDreams has a long history in VR, from phantom covered ops to fragged snaps, so expectations are high that their know-how is being fully used here. There won't be exclusive high tracking features for PSVR 2 owners, although haptic feedback support will remain. Visually, Reach adopts a style that is realistic but also slightly stylized. The environments, warehouses, courtyards, attics use detailed texture and dynamic lighting. You notice reflection, sharp shadows, and small details like crates, pipes and signs. The characters have realistic proportion, though enemy faces keep a slightly cartoonish look, probably to soften the violence. The design of everything is deliberately minimal. There is no permanent HUD and information appears only when needed. For example, you see how many arrows remain by pressing a button, and objectives are shown only on request. This keeps the screen clean during action, helping immersion. The demo level was a multi-layered structure balanced both vertically and horizontally. You start in a training room, move through offices, and finally reach an outdoor rooftop courtyard. Each area offers different paths and shortcuts. Side corridors, rooftops connected by pipes, secondary routes accessible with jumps or climbs. The vibe is very close to Mirror's Edge, at least in the first level, though future biomes promise very different gameplay styles. The pace is constant and intense, with frequent tension spikes. The demo alternated between stealthy exploration, like sneaking past guards, and high-energy chase and combat sequences. Within minutes, you might shoot thousands of arrows, climb across rooftops, and escape from a pursuing helicopter. The action rarely slows down. Among the new feature teased, there will be a special elemental arrows with different effects, suggesting deeper strategy in combat. This Gamescom demo of Reach leaves a very positive impression. Graphically, it looks good for a standalone ready game with detailed settings and smooth animation. Technically, the frame rate holds up even in chaotic moments. More importantly, it delivers strong immersion and variety. The mix of free movement, versatile tools, and interactive environments creates gameplay that feels engaging and never repetitive. Original mechanics, like using arrow as climbing tools or throwing the shield, give it a unique character. They told me that campaign can last around 12 hours, including epic battles against cool enemies. If Reach keeps the promises shown in the demo, it could truly raise the bar for VR action games. It seems set to become one of the most exciting releases in the MetaQuest lineup this year, offering a powerful mix of immersion and action.
And cut! Alright, that's a scene wrap with a stunt double. Get me the real actress on set, we go straight from the top.
Hey, thanks, Rosa, my darling, you were great.